Do you want to raise some cute animals on your farm in Harvestella? Well then, you've come to the right place. And let me tell you, all three of these animals are really freaking cute. The first thing you're going to have to do is wait until this Kanulu merchant sets up his shop in Leith Village. And this should happen around day 10 or day 11. So after he moves in, you can see he's got two of the livestock right next to him. But ironically, when you go to talk to him, he won't sell you either of the livestock that are next to him unless you have built the appropriate pen. However, he will sell you a TotoKaku. He doesn't require you to build a pen for him. He's just going to hang out near the entrance of your farm. This one is different from the other two in that it doesn't produce things, but you can use it as a mount and you can use it to run around the world map. You cannot, however, use it to run around your farm or when you're in the village, or even when you go to a dungeon. So, you just spent 4,000 grilla on this thing. Let's see how fast it goes. Well, I don't know about you guys, but to me it doesn't look like it's going like any faster at all. So for now, I wouldn't really recommend getting this mount, except for the fact that it is really cute. And then when it's on your farm, you can pet it, and it is really freaking cute. Okay, so enough of TotoKaku. Let's move on to the next two. For the next two, you're going to have to go to the Renovator, and you're going to have to build these pens. The Renovator is easy to find. Just go into the village, hard left, and he's on the bottom left. To get the cluffowl, you're going to need the cluffowl pen, and to get the woollum, you're going to need the woollum pen. And you can see here, these bad boys, they're not cheap. One is 5,000 and the other one is 6,500, which can be a little bit expensive in the early game. And then in addition to that, you're also going to need to have 5 lumber and 5 stones. Also, if you think you're going to go crazy and build them both in one day, then you're going to have to think again because you can only build one thing a day. So after you get the Renovator to start building, you can run back to this guy's shop, but he's still not going to sell it to you until it's completed. So after you spend your money and you give him your lumber and the stone, he's going to build it for you and it'll be ready by the next morning, and then you can go back to this guy's shop and you can buy the cluffowl. And the cluffowl is kind of like a chicken. It should lay eggs. Notice that I said should. So you're probably all excited to go home and start getting your eggs, right? Well, think again, because it says newly bought livestock is too young to make produce. Raise them a while longer by feeding them. So much like the mount that doesn't amount to very much, except for looking cute, the cluffowl is pretty much the same. He's not going to give you any eggs. If you're playing the demo, there's no way to raise him long enough for him to be old enough to give you eggs. But again, you can pet him and he looks cute, so I guess we can forgive him. Also notice that you cannot go in the pen that you've created, which initially I was like, what's up with that? But actually, upon thinking about it further, I'm kind of happy because, like, in most farming games, you can go into the pen, but come on, it's one of the worst parts of your routine, isn't it? It's like you go in there, there's a load screen, and then you come out, there's a load screen. So it's kind of annoying. I initially thought it was weird that you can't go in the pen, but I actually kind of like it because that means your animal's just going to be outside all the time. Well, presumably. Just one last thing about raising this cluffowl is you can change his name if you touch the sign that's right outside of the pen. And you can see it gives him a random name, but then if you don't like that name, you can go in and change it. You can also just push the X button and part ways with him. So next we have the woollum. The woollum is kind of like a cow. He's supposed to give you milk, and he's going to set you back 900. So he's a bit more expensive than the cluffowl that was only 500. One other side note, you can only buy one a day. After you buy the first one, it'll just disappear from the list. But then if you go back the second day, he'll sell you another one. So if you're buying woollums or you're buying cluffowls, only one a day. So with the woollum, it's almost exactly the same story as the cluffowl. You're not going to be able to raise his heart level up high enough to be able to start to get milk from him. So in the demo, it's just, you know, you can raise him if you think he looks really cute. And again, you can't go into the little house that's in the pen. So in conclusion, if you're playing the demo of Harvestella, I would not really recommend getting any of these animals unless you think that they're really cute or, you know, you're setting yourself up for, you know, when you buy the game and then you can transfer your data over. But like actually within this demo, you really can't do almost anything with any of these animals. So, oh, well actually there is one extra thing after you build the pens, and that's that you get 2 pieces of mail, and one of those pieces of mail, they give you 9 wheat seeds. So it's better than nothing, I guess. So if you liked today's video or you learned anything new, you can give me a like, and you can subscribe, and you can leave me a comment. Today's question is, which of these animals do you think is the cutest? And I'll see you guys next time.